Hello friends, I'm Feeling with Rana, and welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to tell you an American story that I believe you'll really enjoy. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into this heartwarming and funny little journey. Once upon a time, in a small American town, there lived a young man named Jake. Jake loved adventures, but he was a bit clumsy. Every year, the town held a big fair full of games, food, and competitions. That year, Jake decided he wanted to do something special. He wanted to bake a cake for the fair. Jake had never baked anything in his entire life, but he thought to himself, how hard could it be? The next morning, he went to the store and bought flour, sugar, eggs, butter, and a big bag of chocolate chips. He even picked up a new apron that said Master Chef, though he had no idea what he was doing. Back home, Jake began his grand project. He opened the flour bag too quickly and a white cloud filled the kitchen. He cracked an egg. It fell straight to the floor. When he reached for the sugar, he accidentally grabbed salt, and somehow the chocolate chips ended up inside his shoes. The kitchen looked like a snowstorm had just passed through. Outside the window, some neighbors were watching. They tried not to laugh, but soon everyone was giggling. Jake's face turned red as he muttered, "This is not going well." At that moment, an old lady from across the street knocked on his door. It was Mrs. Thompson. Everyone in town knew she was the best baker around. She smiled warmly and said, "Oh dear, looks like your kitchen's been through a hurricane. Don't worry, mistakes are how we learn. Let's bake it together." Jake hesitated, but then nodded. Together, they started again, carefully measuring the flour, cracking the eggs properly, and whisking the batter until it was smooth. Mrs. Thompson taught him how to mix with patience and how to feel the texture instead of rushing. They talked and laughed as they worked. At one point, Jake accidentally dropped a spoon into the bowl and splashed batter all over his face. Mrs. Thompson laughed so hard she almost cried, and soon Jake was laughing too. As the cake baked in the oven, the smell filled the whole kitchen, sweet, warm, and comforting. Jake couldn't believe something so good could come out of such a messy start. When the timer finally rang, they pulled the cake out, golden brown, soft, and smelling like happiness itself. It wasn't perfect. The frosting was a bit uneven, and one side was slightly burnt, but it tasted amazing. Jake proudly carried it to the fair, where people gathered around to taste it. Everyone loved it, especially after hearing how he had started the morning covered in flour. Children laughed, the mayor congratulated him, and Mrs. Thompson smiled like a proud teacher. That night, Jake sat on his porch looking at the stars. He thought about how close he'd come to giving up and how one kind person had turned his failure into joy. He realized something important, that success isn't about perfection, it's about trying, learning, and sharing moments with others. From that day on, Jake was known not only for his silly adventures, but also for his courage to try new things. He started helping others learn, just like Mrs. Thompson helped him. Sometimes he still made mistakes, burning cookies, dropping pans, forgetting sugar, but now he laughed about it, because he had learned that life's sweetest moments often begin with a few messy ones. And every year after that, Jake baked a new cake for the fair. Some were fancy, some were simple, but all of them carried one secret ingredient: happiness. So friends, that was today's story. Remember, it's okay to fail. It's okay to make mistakes. That's how we grow. For more beautiful stories like this, don't forget to subscribe to the Feeling with Rana channel. Stay happy, stay positive, and keep smiling. Goodbye, my friends.